down to who ends up on the jury.
It's a professionalism issue. I wish I would walk into the Cheesecake Factory and see fat girl with bad wig on the receipt.
If I was representing a business that had this ugly episode, I would advise them, pay the settlement and end this thing before you generate another news story.
Well, after receiving massive backlash, the U.S. Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia is defending. Okay, that's a different story. Let's talk first to Gabriel about this story, which is, it's interesting. He says they don't really have a case, but maybe they should try anyway. What grounds would they sue then? Just the emotional disturbance?
Yeah, I mean, he feels very strongly that there's no federal case here because that would involve a constitutionally protected class, something like sex or race or religion. But he says, barring that, you know, they would have, they could try a case in state court where they could argue that there was an intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, if it was a big chain, a huge chain, perhaps going after them and having them settle out, but these small businesses may not be likely to settle, they may not be able to settle.
Yeah, I mean, and one thing that's different between a federal case and a state case, you know, when it's a constitutionally protected class, you know, the damages are presumed. If you go to one of these state cases and you're arguing intentional infliction of emotional distress, you have to prove damages. So that's a critical difference too. So, I mean, that would make a big difference in whether or not the case would move forward.
Well, we'll see, you know, how much it is worth it to the ladies to move forward, and of course we'll cover it. All right, thank you very much, Gabriel. All right, on to the other story. After receiving massive backlash, U.S. Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia is defending his legal views on homosexuality.